Who do I see on TV? It's a big smiling picture of my mentor, Scott Helvenston, on the TV. And I'm like, what is he doing on TV right now? I thought he was supposed to be off in Iraq. Well, maybe he had another little TV gig he didn't tell me about. Smiling image of him, typical shot they might use of somebody before they introduce them onto a program. I just wasn't tuned in. I'm like waking up, the day's getting going. But then I see in the lower third of the screen, and it shows Scott's birth date followed by a dash, and it says March 31st, 2004. And before I could process in my mind just the obvious meaning of that, it just wasn't comporting, wasn't translating. It switches from this still image of him smiling to now it's graphic video footage of a vehicle that's engulfed in flames in Fallujah, Iraq, which turned out to be the very vehicle that he was in, along with 3 other Americans, as this group of insurgents had ambushed it in a premeditated attack, and they documented everything they were doing, videotaping, as they ripped him and these others out of the vehicles. And now it's cutting to these scenes where it just shows them lifeless in these dirt streets, surrounded by this angry Iraqi mob with sticks and rods, and they're just doing everything they can to try and mutilate their bodies. Then they find rope and wrap it around their legs and hook them up to vehicles, and they went dragging their bodies through the dirt streets, parading them around. And it was a parade for them. You could see the people, the glee on their faces, they're chanting over and over, Fallujah's the graveyard of Americans. They arrive at the Euphrates River Bridge, string them upside down, setting their bodies on fire. And as they burn in the background, they continue that chant. These guys just face to face with the camera, Fallujah's the graveyard of Americans, Fallujah's the graveyard of Americans. Whatever happened that day, I mean, needless to say, it is one of those moments where I can't explain. It is one of those things that radically changes you as a human being. You don't go forward the same person from there.